What inspired you to create this meditation circle, and why now?
Wow. Well, I have struggled for well, I don't struggle as much anymore, but for 5 or so years I spent trying to sit on my butt and quiet my mind and I hear people say it all the time. I'm not good at meditating. I can't do it. And my goal here is to really teach and show and explore with people about all of the different ways that we can quiet our minds with quote unquote meditation. And how we don't always have to call it meditation, but really it's just occupying the mind. So, why now? We need it now more than ever. Um,
It obviously means a lot to you to start down this journey.
yeah, yeah. So, in my Reiki journey along the way, recently taking a class with Franz Steiny and going back to more of the original roots and intentions of the system of Reiki, we go all the way back to the mind, right, and to the emotions, and to how that is connected to disease and pain and all the things in the body, how connected they are. So I feel like with the stress levels that are happening out there in the collective right now, this is why now. This is the time for us to find ease and delve into this, together.
I love that. So, what makes this circle different than the typical meditation class or Reiki session that someone might have?
I want to, incorporate what people want to learn about as well. I want it to be that I'm learning from people and they're also learning from me, but that if there are particular ways to meditate that they come across, they're able to share it. And really, it's like a place where we can come together and also have conversations about our spiritual journeys and and our meditation journey.
So
It's
you're saying that, meditation might look one way for you, but it might be something different for someone else, and leaving that as an open discussion to allow others to maybe share their experience and provide some kind of, different way of meditation. Like for me, sometimes I've joked about, well, my meditation is cooking breakfast in the morning or
mhm.
something of that nature. So I'm assuming you're leaving it as an open discussion to not say this is exactly how you should meditate, but
Right. All the ways that could be considered meditation that maybe, people haven't considered.
so, for people who are unfamiliar with Reiki journeys, what can they expect? Because it sounds like there's going to be like some sort of Reiki involved in this meditation as well, or some sort of guidance, as far as Reiki goes.
Yeah, I plan on incorporating Reiki as much as the group wants me to. And there will be Reiki students that'll be participating in the group. So a Reiki journey can be, a lot like a guided meditation, but we're also incorporating the energy of Reiki, which, really is already within all of us. So when we go into a Reiki journey, it just empowers the nervous system to go into that calm state, and quiets the mind and really boosts the effectiveness of the meditation or the Reiki journey.
Okay. So I know this is going to be your technically your first meditation. I know you've had other, Reiki circles and things of that nature, but this is kind of different. What kind of transformation have you seen in, people who have attended other regular circles or things of that nature, or even Reiki sessions? What kind of transformation have you witnessed in others that you might be able to share with us?
Yeah. When we choose to intentionally, harness the energy within us and quiet the mind so that that energy can empower our lives. Yeah, miracles happen.
Thank you for that. I won't
Um,
push you much further unless you'd like to expand.
yeah, that can look all the different ways, with people. When we start to manage our stress and we start to manage our minds, then it just empowers every decision that we make and every step that we take towards joy. So,
Love that. So, I noticed that the this gathering is going to be a donation based event. I'm curious as to why it was important for you to make this a donation based event, but also open it up to teens.
yeah, I really feel like teens need some extra support. It's just such a rough time in, in the journey of life. But then we add in the times that we live in now, and if teenagers can learn, you know, learn this early, it can save so much of the deconstructing of limiting beliefs and all of the things that can come along with letting the mind kind of do its own thing. So I felt like it was important to allow teens, either with parental permission or the parent, to be with them. And also the donation idea is really just to open it up to everybody. I want people that can't afford to come in for a Reiki session to have access to this, to healing, to wellness, to learning, and to this community.
Well, we certainly need it here in Springfield, Ohio. That's for sure. So I'm really anxious to watch it grow and see how it really impacts, people who, if they come one time or multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you hope that someone walks away, like what's the feeling that you hope somebody walks away with tonight?
Love. Yeah. Love of self, feeling that that light that lives within, even if it's just for a second. I just want people to walk away feeling loved and feeling like this nervous system reset.
So I know that, while the building in Springfield, which you name as Betty,
Uh-huh.
is in your eyes still somewhat new, but I get the feeling that this is kind of like a house, or like a lot, like when you first said love and being here in the space. That's the first thing I thought of, is just when they're walking in the door feeling that.
Yes, yes. Many people say that they feel that really as they get in through the entryway and barely walking in.
So, kind of tagging along with that, if someone was, maybe feeling anxious or unsure about coming, what would you say to them?
You know that it's okay to feel that way and to allow it, but to really try to give it a shot. When I many times will get a little anxiety before going into a place, and then once I get in, I just instantly feel better. So that's what I invite you to do. push through, allow the anxieties, but do it anyway and just give it a try, because I know if you give it a try, you're going to want to come back.